morning, everyone. It's March 7th. Just got home from a blood draw. I met with the endocrinologist yesterday, and she wanted to go ahead and start a workup with a lot of blood work. So I got myself some matching bracelets this morning. My left arm quit me, so they had to hit the right. Some symptoms I'm having today, the typical lethargy, just not really feeling well. And when I did go to eat breakfast, which my breakfast is always oatmeal, so it's a very easy, smooth meal to eat. But when I was eating this morning, it was really uncomfortable as it was going down. Like it just felt like there was maybe some inflammation, whether it's in my esophagus or going down into my stomach area, but it was just real uncomfortable as I was getting the food in. And I just kind of have a lot of cramping in my guts, and just everything just feels very angry. I've noticed the past few days that that anxiety that I'm kind of, the body that's kind of in that kind of angst that it's been in, I don't feel as wound up today that I have. Like I feel more lethargic. But what I'll notice is I could just be sitting watching TV and just relaxing, and I'm not really thinking about anything. It's not like I'm brewing on anything at that moment, but I'll catch myself and I'll notice that I'm like this, like my whole body is all tensed up, and I don't even realize it until all of a sudden I'll just kind of be self-aware and go, like relax, take a breath, relax. So my body is tending to be kind of in this chronic like state without my mind necessarily stressing on anything to create that. So again, it's crazy how my body is sort of living its own reality now, separate from external stimuli or my thoughts or whatever. So I just find that really kind of bizarre. My eyes have been bothering me a lot more lately, where they get really, really dry. And then because I wear contacts, there's this fluid buildup that gets on that, behind that clear layer on the eyes. And it's just really uncomfortable to wear my contacts often. So that's been kind of annoying. And otherwise, just kind of the usual stuff. Where I am mentally, to be honest, I know that I need to do this surgery. There's no question about that. But I do have some anxiety regarding whether this is my answer. Like I've turned over every other rock, and I know I need to turn over this rock too, but is this my rock? I look back at my life and I think, okay, I've not always been super kind to this body. For many years, having to deal with chronic anxiety and depression and chronic pain and all the different things I was dealing with, which little did I know it was my implants all those years. But I couldn't take medication, so I did drink a lot more alcohol than I should have, to try and mask a lot of those feelings, to relax myself, to take away the pain, to just basically feel more numb. And excessive alcohol intake isn't good for anybody. So that damaged my body. And then I think about, I used to smoke a little bit socially, and then I think, how I didn't always eat super healthy. I thought I always did. I mean, I've never been big time into junk food, but I mean, when you really look at the average American diet is pretty laden with like processed foods and sugars, and I didn't really know how poorly I ate until I started to eat healthy, when my health started to go bad, and I needed to really focus more on my nutrition. And so then I think of all those years that I ate foods that weren't necessarily good for me, and definitely was lacking in fruits and vegetables. I barely ate those, didn't even know what a vegetable was. So I've done a lot of damage to my body over the years just living. And yes, I know the toxins have been in me with these implants, but it just, I get concerned. I think about, like, what if this isn't my answer? Like, what if I've done so much irreparable damage over the years? And, even when I started getting super healthy, I've always been an exercise freak. I've always been into fitness. I've always helped others with fitness. But when I started to push a little bit harder, and when I was not feeling well and pushing through it anyway, and basically just telling my body to shut the hell up and just go, 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 and just doing what I wanted to do without listening, if I add all those things up, is that possibly why my body is where it is? And what if getting these implants out doesn't change anything for me? That scares me. I'm terrified of that. I think partially because I'm giving up something that I really love. I really love my boobs, even though they're far from perfect. But they're mine, you know? And it's so funny because I think, you know, a lot of people probably are thinking, well, Ginny, they're fake, you know? But to me, after 28 years, they're real. I mean, it's my body. And so I think about that, and then I think about the, you know, just trauma of going under surgery and how hard that's going to be on my already depleted body, and, you know, what's that going to do to me, and, you know, the money and just all of it. Like, I just think, you know, is this the right thing? I mean, I know it's the right thing, but I'm just hoping that this is my rock, that this is my answer. And I'm not expecting to be like 100% well, or, you know, suddenly feel like a 16-year-old. So I don't want to go into this with, you know, an irrational hope. But at the same time, you know, I want to be real about it. And, you know, there is the chance that my body just is, whatever else is going on, that this is not my answer. And I don't want to say that I don't think that it is, because deep down inside I really do, and I'm very hopeful, and I'm trusting God in it, but I'm scared. I just don't want to have done all of this for nothing and end up still feeling as terrible as I feel, and still having my health continue to deteriorate. Like, you know, I will say one thing that I really need to get across to you guys. We all really take our health for granted, you know, we really do. And when it's taken away from you and the life that you knew is gone, you just really have a whole new respect for this body and what you do to it. And I can't undo anything that I've already done to myself. But the one thing that I can do is hopefully get all of you that are following my journey to please look at your life and look at how you treat yourself. How do you treat your body? How do you eat? You know, do you exercise regularly? You know, do you live a toxic life where you maybe, you know, eat really poorly and drink too much or smoke, or I don't know, just, you know, you just, these bodies can only take so much, and they will quit when they're over it. And I just really need everybody to learn from what I'm going through, that it, you know, today is the first day of the rest of your life, right? That's what they say. It's true. And if you're not doing everything to really take care of yourself, you know, health problems could arise like that. Like it may not creep up. Mine creeped up and I didn't even pay attention, and then it slammed me. And a lot of people can be totally fine one minute and a heart attack and dead the next. Stroke, Luke Perry, you know, my husband and his heart attack years ago. Like, it just, you know, it's your life. Pay attention to your body, pay attention to how you're living your life, and just do your part to try and be healthy. So anyway, this has gotten long enough, but that's where I am today. I hope this is my rock. I pray that this is the answer for me and that I will find healing. So countdown's on, we're getting closer, just a few more days. Have a great day, you guys, excuse me. And I'll be checking in as we get closer to the day. Bye.